If Blender is failing to launch with an OptiX error, don't worry. In this video, I'll walk you through the fastest fixes step by step so you can get back to rendering as quickly as possible. This is especially useful if you're seeing OptiX initialization failed, Blender crashing on startup, or GPU-related errors right after opening the app. Before we begin, if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Blender fixes, tutorials, and creator workflows. Let's jump in. The first thing you want to do is switch to NVIDIA Studio drivers. OptiX is designed to work best with stable drivers, and in many cases, the game-ready driver can be the source of the problem. Open your browser, go to NVIDIA's website, and download the latest Studio driver for your graphics card. When you run the installer, look for the option that says Perform a clean installation and make sure you select it. This helps remove old driver data that could be conflicting with Blender. After the installation finishes, restart your PC so the changes fully apply. Next, disable any GPU overclocks. OptiX is much more sensitive to instability than most games, so even a small overclock can trigger launch failures or random crashes. If you use MSI Afterburner, your GPU control panel, or any manufacturer utility, open it now and reset your GPU settings back to stock. That means core clock, memory clock, voltage, and fan profiles should all be returned to default values. If you have an automatic overclock feature enabled, turn that off as well. Once everything is back to stock, try opening Blender again and check whether the error is gone. If Blender still refuses to launch, the next step is to clear the Blender shader cache. Corrupted cache files can cause all kinds of startup problems, especially when Blender is trying to initialize GPU rendering. To do this, press Windows +R on your keyboard, type %appdata% and hit enter. This will open your app data roaming folder. From there, go into Blender Foundation, then Blender, then open the folder for your Blender version number. Inside that folder, look for the cache folder. Delete the files inside the cache folder so Blender can rebuild them fresh the next time it starts. This is a safe step, and it often fixes launch issues caused by damaged temporary data. Now, let's deal with background apps that may be interfering with the GPU. Programs like Discord, OBS, Steam, GeForce overlays, recording software, and other hardware-accelerated apps can hook into the graphics driver and prevent Blender from properly using OptiX. Before opening Blender, fully close any apps like these from the system tray and make sure they are not running in the background. If you want to be extra thorough, open Task Manager and end any unnecessary processes that could be using GPU overlays or screen capture features. Then try launching Blender again. If the problem still continues, your Blender preferences or configuration files may be corrupted. This is a very common cause when Blender won't launch even after driver fixes. To reset the preferences, go back to the App Data Blender folder, then find a folder for your Blender version. Inside it, locate the config folder and rename it to config old. This does not delete your files permanently, but it tells Blender to create a fresh new configuration the next time it opens. When you launch Blender after this, it should start with factory settings, which often bypass the OptiX launch failure entirely. And if Blender opens but crashes during rendering, there is one more workaround you should try. Go to Edit, then Preferences, then System. Under the GPU rendering section, switch from OptiX to CUDA. CUDA is usually a little slower than OptiX, but it is often more compatible with older drivers or unstable GPU setups. This can be a great plan B if you need to keep working right away without waiting for a perfect driver fix. Once CUDA is selected, save your preferences and test the render to see if Blender is stable. So to quickly recap, the most effective Blender OptiX launch failure fixes are: install the NVIDIA Studio driver with a clean install, remove GPU overclocks, clear the shader cache, close background GP apps, reset Blender preferences, and if needed, switch from OptiX to CUDA. In most cases, one of these steps will solve the issue and get Blender running again. If this video helped you fix Blender, please give it a like, subscribe for more troubleshooting guides, and leave a comment if you want help with a specific Blender error. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.